I'm a fraud, y'all.
Excuse me?
What the fuck? And I'm gonna explain myself.
Then hurry up, stupid ass boy.
Anyways, I've been keeping this locked inside for a
Well,
while.
listen here. We ain't here for all that talking. Just hurry up.
Bro, I don't know who you are, but don't make me bring out Chatterbox. That's what I'm saying. All right, let me cut to the chase, cause yeah.
You ain't scary, boy.
I'm not good in PvP.
I know you're not serious. I know you're not serious right now. You want to go up against God, but you want to talk like you're good, but you're not good in PvP? What?
Now let me explain myself, bro. I used to be good in PvP when PvP first came out, right? But back then when PvP first came out, it was a thing where everybody that was good in PvE was also like the best in PvP. Back then we didn't have Jackal, we didn't have Biscuit, we didn't have all these other broken characters. But like I said, when PvP first came out, I was doing it all the time, right? But then I quit Nikke for like a few months. And then when I came back, I just found it to be such an hassle. And you know what's so crazy? When I came back, Jackal had a release, and then the next month after, you know, the Chainsaw Man event, they literally dropped Biscuit, who was a broken PvP character, and I just never got into the groove of like getting back into PvP. And now fast forward 2 years later, I want to be a part of PvP again. I want to know what PvP is about. I want to do PvP. So in this video, we're going to do our best to learn about PvP. And also, if you guys know a decent amount about PvP, go ahead and help your boy in the comments, and everybody else who wants to learn about PvP, right? We're going to use our friend Pridewin for just the little basics of how the team building works, because realistically I don't think PvP is hard whatsoever. I feel like it's more of just a team building, right? It's more complex than what you do in PvE, right? So make sure you guys subscribe and like. Let's try to get 102 likes on this video, and let's see what we can do in this video. Let's go. So we're here on Pridewin, and we're just gonna go through their basic, you know, information and stuff like that. So info 1, knowing the positions of both attack and defense teams is important. You will find in the photos shown below positions labeled P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5 for attack below and defense above. During the PvP round, the positioning for the attacking team will be the same, but for the defending team, it will be flipped as shown in the photos below. So when you're attacking, your entire team is going to be P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5. So what you see for the player that you're deciding to attack, that team is going to be flipped, right? So rather than it being player 1 on the left and player 5 on the right, it's going to flip, and player 5 will be on the left and player 1 will be on the right. So it'll be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Info 2. The following table shows the normal targeting for each weapon types. Okay, so while attacking, submachine gun characters, machine gun characters, AR characters, shotgun characters, and sniper rifle characters all go for player 5, where rocket launcher characters attack player 1. So everybody when you're attacking is going to be attacking the very first player, but rocket launchers are going to attack the very last player. But this is only for the first shot. Then from the second shot onward, submachine gun, machine gun, AR, rocket launcher, and shotgun are going to attack player 1, so the character on the far left, where sniper rifles will continue to attack player 5 on the right. And then for the defending team, submachine gun, machine gun, AR, and shotgun users are going to use their first shot on player 5, which would be my team's right side. And then obviously the rocket launcher and, you know, the sniper rifle on the defending team will attack the very first player on my team, so the player on the very left side. And that's for the first shot ever. For the second shot onward, submachine gun, machine gun, AR, rocket launcher, and sniper rifle will all then go ahead and attack player 1 on my team, so the character on the very left side of my team, where obviously shotguns are still going to aim for player 5 on my team, so the character on the very right side of my team. Now the last bit of information we have here is rocket launchers will cause AoE damage to the left and right sides of the target. So for example, if you attack player 1, position 1 and 2 will be damaged because obviously it's an AoE. And then if you attack player 2, positions 1, 2, and 3 will be damaged because it's attacking anybody who's on my left and right side. Obviously if player 1 is the first player, the only person beside player 1 would be player 2, who's on the right side. But if a rocket launcher goes for player 2, obviously player 2 is in the middle of player 1 and 3, so the rocket launcher is hitting player 2, but then the range damage is hitting player 1 and player 3 as well, and that goes so on and so on. It's kind of straightforward. So now that we have this information here, shout out to Pridewin. If you guys want to know more about PvP, Pridewin has a full page about PvP, a lot of extra stuff that I don't even feel like I need to get into. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead into PvP now and see if we can make a team based on this information. All right, so we're here in PvP, and now we have our information. We know where player 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are going to be, and we know who is going to attack who. So for us, what we want to do is make a team based on that. Now, when it comes to the PvP characters, like I said, I know what characters are going to be good in PvP and what characters are going to be bad in PvP. I understand the basics, right? You want good burst generation, you want defensive units, you want, you know, a crazy character who's going to deal damage because you're only going to get one burst off within like the first 10 to 20 seconds. Obviously, that's how much matches last in PvP, like 10 to 20 seconds. So for my very first unit, I'm going to choose Jackal. That's just because Jackal is a very useful unit in PvP where she has an ability that her and 2 allies, I believe, with the highest attack share equal damage. So it kind of just like lessens the damage between her and 2 other allies with the highest attack, which is quite helpful. So I'm going to put her here, and I'm actually going to have her at player 5 because, again, remember, after the first shot, they're mainly going to focus on player 1. So I think because of that, I want to have my girl Noah in my player 1 slot. From there on, realistically, I can have whoever I want in player 2, 3, and 4, but I want to make sure I'm doing the smart thing, which is having, you know, a DPS. I'm probably gonna have Summer and East there. I would put Scarlet, even though I do have her, but my Scarlet's just not built enough. And with a lot of people running Noah, if you don't, you know, nuke them, remember, Noah has an ability that, you know, makes everybody invulnerable to damage for like 3 seconds. So if I use Scarlet and I'm fighting another Noah, her burst skill is not really gonna work where, you know, Summer and East's burst skill lasted the entire 10 seconds. So that's quite helpful there, right? And I think I'm obviously gonna bring Biscuit because Biscuit is quite the crazy character in PvP. She makes it that when defenders reach 50% of their HP, they, for 5 seconds, they just can't be hit. Like literally, they can't take damage for 5 seconds. And for the characters that are taunting, that's a lot, like, that's very good. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then for that last slot, I'm just gonna pick Rumani, just because Rumani is a character that increases max HP and has taunt. And if we do use, you know, Rumani's burst skill, she actually makes it that one, if she's fully stacked up on her first skill, she gets damage taken or damage reduction. And not to mention, she's a defender as well. So if she was to fall below, you know, 50%, she would survive. Now, the good thing about my team is everybody here is a rocket launcher, which is, you know, pretty decent burst generation. And not to mention, everybody here kind of has AoEs. And in Summer and East, I'm just banking on her second skill carrying me. That's the whole point there. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with this team. My power is very low because I have never worked on my PvP team. Realistically, the only characters on my team that have, you know, power is just, you know, Summer and East. So after this, hopefully your boy can go ahead and, hey, it is what it is, right? Let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on here. Right, so I need to find a team that I guess close to my power range because I'm 457k power, while, you know, everybody else here is like 600-700k, and that's probably because they just have these characters built up, which I don't. It's okay. I want to fight like a realistic team though. I don't want to fight like any team. I just want to fight realistic teams. I would say this team right here is realistic: Senti, Noah, Jackal, Helm, and Scarlet. So remember, obviously everybody here, it's player 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but when we go into this battle, it's going to flip, and Scarlet is going to be on the far left side because it's going to flip. So it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that means they're mainly going to go for Jackal, right? And then they're gonna go on and on and on and on, right? But I don't think we need to worry too much. Let's see how this team does. Hey, I think I cooked up with this team. Like I said, it's not hard to know who's good in PvP when you understand what you need in PvP. It's more of just understanding the building the teams, right? Each character, you can know what character is good in PvP, right? It's just realistically, it's just the team building, which I think a lot of people struggle with. I don't struggle too much with it, but obviously, like, let's see. Right, so obviously Noah down to 50. Rumani used her burst skill, which is okay. And there's Noah's burst skill. Come on. Let's see what we can do here. And then Summer and East, right? Now, Summer and East, this is what I'm banking on, right? Because we're immune right now. So if they were to use their burst skill, they can't hit us, right? And then Summer Anise cooks up right there. Come on, Summer Anise. That's what I like to see, right? So my PvP team is working out just fine. It kind of worked exactly how I expected it to. That team was doing damage, but the moment you get Noah's burst skill off, you have like 3 seconds to kind of regroup yourself. And then that's why I kind of like using Summer Anise more than Scarlet, just because everyone's using Noah, and you know, everyone's Scarlet is using their AoE when you have the invulnerability. I like characters like, you know, Red Hood and Summer Anise, where they kind of are just very powerful for 10 seconds rather than having a AoE wipe, like a screen wipe, right? That's just me personally, but we'll see. This team looks to be like a decent team. It doesn't have Noah on it whatsoever, but it is gonna work. But let's take a look and see. Right, if everything is correct here, since everybody on my team is rocket launcher, let's take a look and see. They should all be going for player 1, right? When I'm attacking, they should all be going for player 1. So player 1 in this case would be Litter. Let's take a look and see if they all do go for Litter, right? Litter should be the one that's getting all her damage taken, and then that's going to follow whoever player 2 is, because again, most of the characters on my team are rocket launchers. So Litter and Blanc should be taking the most damage. And you guys see they are going for Litter, right? And then Litter's gone now, right? Blanc is gone, and then Doom. Summer Anise's second skill is the most broken thing I've ever seen in PvP, and that's why I do prefer Summer Anise over Scarlet personally. My Scarlet's not built, that's the main reason, but it is working out how I wanted to work out. But like I said, most players are using Noahs, so I want to see and fight Noahs. Like, I want to fight this team, but I feel like I'm gonna lose against this team. I think I'll lose against this team, and that's just because of the power difference. They are gonna go for Rapunzel first, which I kind of do like, but we'll see. This is, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna lose this one. It's only because of the power difference. They are like 130,000 more power than me, and that's a big difference. Like, I'm not just gonna fight anybody because I have a team, you know what I mean? But they are gonna go for Rapunzel. They're barely getting anywhere with Rapunzel. We got our burst skill off, and this is where Summer Anise is like kind of supposed, but then look at Red Hood. You know, Red Hood is just broken. So and they are 130,000 power higher than me, so I was never gonna win that whatsoever. It is what it is, right? But if I'm attacking people within my power range, my like power range and stuff like that, I should be good. Okay, this team is like 90,000 power higher than me, but I feel like I can go for this team, right? Obviously Noah is the first character here that we're going to be attacking, so that's a bit concerning. We'll take a look and see, right? I don't know if I'm gonna win this one. Noah is just the most annoying character in PvP. Like, she will always forever be the most annoying character in PvP. Her and Biscuit together are just not fair, but I don't think they have Biscuit, which kind of gives me the advantage, I feel like, because now we got our burst skill off, boom. And now after the immunity, it's just Red Hood, right? It's like literally Summer Anise versus Red Hood. But do we win? If we can get rid of Red Hood, oh my god, we did. We beat them. Oh my god, we actually got them, right? Red Hood is very powerful, don't get me wrong. Like, Red Hood can do damage, and so can Scarlet. They can do damage, but Summer Anise's skill 2 is just kind of like, the moment it touches you, you're kind of deleted. That's what like Summer Anise gives. Like, the moment Summer Anise's second skill hits you, your character low-key gets deleted. I think we have one more fight on us. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with that. Now, this team right here, the whole gimmick is that Red Hood is your burst 1, 2, and then obviously Cinderella, or I guess Alice would be your burst 3, right? Because she becomes the player 1. I'm not sure, right? But we're gonna take a look and see what this is looking like. I feel like we can beat this team just because it doesn't seem like a proper PvP team to me. I don't know, right? I really don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can do. If we can beat this team, I'll be like proud, but low-key not. If we lose this team, I'll be like a bit disappointed, because it's like, what? I guess they're just like, okay, going off with power. Like, look what happened. They instantly attacked Noah, and then Noah instantly, like, what was that, right? And then yeah, they're literally using brute force, right? Where they're because of how strong their characters are, they guarantee to win against anybody who's lower power than them. I could do that too, but that's not fun for me. Like, I want to use PvP characters in PvP. So, hey, I am going to get my ass back into PvP, and I'm going to, you know, build my PvP characters, do more PvP every day so I can see the different types of PvP characters, understand PvP more, not only for myself, but you know, for my Nikke experience, and also for you guys and future videos in PvP and stuff like that as well. But let me know if this video was helpful for any of you guys who, you know, didn't understand PvP too much. And like I said, if you guys want to know a lot more about PvP, Pridewin has a guide for PvP, so I'll probably leave that in the description or the pinned comments for you guys. But for now, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit your boys Zxous, subscribe and like. Let's get 102 likes, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm out later. Peace.